and I had my first sold out. If I did not sell those goods, trust me, I will not want to buy again. I buy every month, no car. I buy, okay, I'm using my phone to film where my shipping app is. I wanted to show you guys. Let it not be as if I'm just saying it. Hey YouTube family, you guys, I filmed this video. I have finished filming only to realize that my mic had died. So I have filmed 2 videos and there's no audio, but I'll not be defeated because what I even want to talk about is very, very important. I will not be defeated. This should give you a motivation that failure, we will not allow. We will not allow failure to put us down. So, hey guys, your first time seeing my face. Hi, my name is Rita. I'm a Lagos-based YouTuber. I film videos on importation and I give business tips. I also film video on lifestyle. So most times the videos I film are made for my African brothers and sisters. So today what we want to talk about is something that most people experience but they don't admit, or they find it hard to admit, and that is failure in business. I know most times you see sold out online, you see people packing packages, and you see people talking about their growth in business, and you think, God, everybody's doing it, but I'm not. You are not alone. You should always remember that social media is not a real place. I can pack 10 orders without even packing an order. It can just be content, right? Know this, even if it is just to keep yourself sane, or even if it is the truth, which sometimes is the truth, right? Just know this. Also, there are times that you will feel like people are making it, but you are not. And you feel like you're the only one feeling like that. No, if you actually allow business owners to tell their stories, you will know that you're not the only one going through it. There are a lot of people that have suffered and failed in a lot of businesses before they actually found the one that suits them, or before they started growing in their business. Maybe they've been in that business for about 5 years before the business picked up. Most times we see the growth, or we see like the end of the story. We don't see the path in which the person took to get to that particular path. So if you feel like you're the only one that's going through it, no. Me personally, I have done different businesses. I have sold slippers, I have sold bags, I have sold human hair, I've sold kids toothbrush. It sounds funny, right? I've sold skincare. So just know that I've done so many businesses before I found the one that worked for me. Of course, I made quite some money on hair. You know, hair gain, it comes once. So even if you don't sell this month, you sell the next month, it's possible to make so much gain that you don't even remember that you did not sell last month. But it is not stable. It is not stable, trust me. It is not stable. The most business and customers I have gotten is from this, my latest business that I've been doing, right? So you just need to be aware that failure is part of the journey. You can't escape it. You can't escape it. Because you failed does not make you a failure. Because you failed does not mean you are alone. Other people have not gone through that process. They just started it and then they just became successful. There was a path that they took. There was a journey. You're just seeing the glory. That's how they will see your own glory when you have made it, and they will not even know that you have failed so many times and you have decided to even give up before coming across this video and saying to yourself, no, I'm not going to give up because everybody fails once in a while. That doesn't make me a failure. So the second point is to identify what went wrong without shame. Why did I fail? So you need to identify, number 2, you need to identify the reason why your business failed. Sincerely. This is between you and yourself, so you don't need to be ashamed. Did your business fail because you were lazy? I know part of the reason why my business failed was because I was lazy. Number 2, I did not have any proper marketing strategy. So why did your business fail? You need to identify that in order not to repeat the same mistake. Why did your business fail? Was it because of lack of capital? You did everything, but you did not have capital to push the business. You have the knowledge, but you don't have capital to push the business forward. Was that the reason why your business failed? Was it a pricing issue? Were you selling too expensive or too cheap that people felt your business? Because you know, we're living in a part of the world that I don't know if they don't even want the truth, or if they don't want to buy things that are affordable, or I don't know. Your business is... So you need to know why your business failed. Was it pricing? Was your price too high? There are some businesses that they will be selling things as if they are mad just because they have a platform. You sell a polo shirt for 300,000 naira and you are not Gucci. So why did your business fail? Was it because of your pricing, or is your price so low? Like I said, I don't know if they don't want to buy cheap things, but was it too low that they felt you were selling fake? Your price should not be too high, too low. That's why you need to do market research to know how they sell your product. so that you can put your price in a way that it will be competitive to your competitors. I don't know if that makes sense. So you need to be very sincere with yourself. Why did my business fail? Is it lack of knowledge? You did not do research of that business that you were going into. Let's say now you do ready to wear, you don't know how to sew, so you were busy employing people to sew for you, and today BC will say she has a problem, tomorrow Nneka will say you should increase her salary, if not she will not sew for you, and you have clients that you need to deliver things to. You could not deliver to them because you have problems. You cannot do it yourself. Was that why your business failed? You need to, or were you too ashamed to, when you saw that a business was not working for you, you did not want to change it because you don't want your contacts to say you are a shadow for business? You keep jumping from one business to another. Was it the reason why your business failed? You need to identify the problem and tackle it so that you will not make the same mistake. Because let's say the business was going well, right? And the only thing that you needed was capital. So now you need to know that, okay, if I'm going back into this business, I need capital. So you need to find investors. In doing that, if you have a well-detailed business plan, you can apply for loans, or you can find investors. You can convince people around you to even invest in you, because not everybody is good with business, right? Some people are just looking for a way to invest their money. And if you can show them that they're going to gain profits from the business, you're going to get customers. Or you can decide to start pre-order of that business if there's a business that you can do pre-order in, right? Or you need to raise capital before you restart. You need to find out, is it laziness? You need to have, if it was laziness, you need to have a schedule. You need to have an app that can help with your laziness. Maybe something that you can put schedule time for posting, and then you post content. You just jump up your, I think there's one app. Is it Bomb? Is it? I'm going to check for the name, and I'm going to write it for you guys, where you can just like put time, and it's going to do all your posting. So you can just wake up in the morning, put everything that you want to post, and it will post it for you at that particular time. You can choose a day and say, okay, today always my content day. You're going to batch create content for the entire week so that you will not lack content of that your product. You can even do it safe and create a month content, but it's going to take your entire day, and editing is going to take your time. So, but if that works for you, fine. You need to be very sincere with why your business failed, because you know why your business failed. If you know that, okay, you don't really know why, it means you need to go to God in prayers. That's when you now say, God, oh, I have searched high and wide, and I cannot find the reason why my business failed. But in all, even when you find, you still need to pray. I don't know what you believe in, but you need to have something that you believe in, right? So you need to find out why your business failed. Was it poor marketing? You were not marketing your product at all because you are shy. No, I'm not social media savvy. I don't like social media. Oh, I don't. Hello, in a global world, you think me I like social media? I don't like social media. Oh, left to me, I just want to be watching movies on my tablet or my phone from morning to night. I prefer it than being on social media, but I make money on YouTube. So I need to upload. If you guys notice, I've been serious this year. So even when I'm tired or I'm stressed, or when things like what just happened, that my video, I was busy making video and no sound because my mic died, I would have just given up. Now making a video without mic means that I need to do more editing on the audio. Normally I would have just, but I'm trying to be less lazy. And when you make a decision, you need to try your best. It will not be easy. You're not, have I changed overnight? No. But I keep pushing myself, because that's the only way you can change as an adult. You need to push yourself every day. You need to scold yourself. You need to not just be there and say, I beg, whatever happens. No, you cannot live your life like that. If not, you will not achieve your goals or the things that you plan to see in your life. So after identifying the problem, this brings me to our next point. You need to rebuild your confidence. See, small wins, when you're trying to restart a business, or when you're even trying to start a business, small wins matters. It matters. 2 pieces of items sold out matters. That's why I usually advise, if you're starting a business, or if you're going into another business, or if you're restarting a business, always go small. Always buy small quantity, so that you can have this confidence. There's this fear that comes with having too much product. You have this fear. How am I going to sell it? How you have this doubt in yourself, right? That is going to even bring so much on you that you might not even have any good sale, because you already have fear in you on how you're going to sell. But if you have small items, right, small wins matters. You will just sell as they sold out. Sold out doesn't matter the quantity. Even if it's 1 item, 2 items, it's sold out. So that's sold out, and it gives you. When you have this small win, right, it gives you this joy in your heart. It builds back your confidence. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build back our confidence. We're trying to build our confidence in starting a business. We're trying to build our confidence in continuing a business. Do you understand? This works for those that are scared to start, even if it's their first time, or those that are just restarting, right? They failed before and they just want to start again. Because when you failed before, or when you're just starting a business, self-doubt kicks in. You start asking yourself, can I do this? Can I do this? Will I prosper? Will I be able to do this? So small wins matters. That's why I say go small. When you go small, when I started my business, right, I think I've explained that in one video. I knew that I did not want to buy that large amount of, because I needed to buy like 300 pieces of the Shenbe, right? I knew that I did not want to have that kind of load on my head. It would be hard for me to sell it because I'll be so scared. So I gathered, I think six persons to share that 300 pieces with me. And I still gathered neighbors. So me, if I market something to you, you will buy. I take it very personal. And I had my first sold out. If I did not sell those goods, trust me, I will not want to buy again. I buy every month, no cap. I buy, okay, I'm using my phone to film where my shipping app is. I wanted to show you guys. Let's not be as if I'm just saying it. I ship goods every single month via sea. And then I still ship some items via air. If I did not have that boost my confidence, because I was scared. I was really, really scared. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I have done so many businesses I've done about maybe 6 businesses. So I was so scared. My husband encouraged me. Then this thing just made me feel like an importer exporter. Even though I've been importing since, there is no business that gave me. I sold so many pieces by myself within days. I was feeling like a queen. I was feeling like Odogu Parara. Like I could sell anything. So you just need small quantity. Even if you want to sell, like what I also advise, if you don't know what to sell, just sell everything. Maybe for example, you want to sell female items, you can buy 2 tote bags, 2 normal bags, 2 tumbler cups. Do for 2 aesthetic things. It's very easy for you to even convince your friends and your family members to buy all those ones because they need it now. Don't they need it? Convince people in your contact, convince your church member, anybody that you want to convince, just for you to have that soul that and have confidence, yes, and have that gain to reinvest into the business, because that confidence will go a long way for you. Then surround yourself with positive-minded people. If you want to rebuild your confidence, you don't need somebody that will tell you that, hey, can you do it? You remember when you went into this? You don't need people that will remind you of your failure. You don't need people that will put more fear in you. You need people that will tell you that you can do it, because sometimes it takes the confidence of others for you to even make it. If, for example, I have a very scared husband that he has seen me now, I can just start a business today and I say I'm not doing it again. So for him to even have confidence that I can even do it safe, it's even surprising because I've done so many business and I'm telling him that I'm not doing it again. So it should have even given him the lack of trust in me that I can see something through. Right? But he still was positive and was still encouraging me. You can do it. You're already importing, so you can still do it for business. Just do it. Just do it. Just even if you end up not selling, there's no problem. At least you know that you tried, right? Even in your fear, just do it. Imagine if I did not have that voice in my ear. I had like a negative person that was pointing out my failures or pointing out that I start something and I don't finish it. Imagine if I have someone that is telling me all that I don't even need to hear. So cut people off. People that will tell you from your status that this girl, you like changing business, this boy, you like changing, you cannot stick to one business. Block them. Delete their number. If you don't want to block them, let's not be actually guys are quarreling. Delete their number. You don't need naysayers. Even in my personal life, if you're negative, just know that I'm going to cut you off. I might not tell you, but you just notice that I'm gone. That's how I am. I hate naysayers. I don't deal with naysayers. I don't have anything to do with naysayers. So people that are negative, I have nothing, but I don't have any business with them whatsoever. So you need to surround yourself with positive people, people that will encourage you, people that will tell you that you can do it, people that will motivate you. If you have people that you like to be like, or businesses that are similar to what you want to do, that you're going to admire, you're going to draw inspiration. I'm not saying you should copy, but sometimes you need to be able to draw inspiration. You're going to draw inspiration, you're going to use for your pricing comparison. You know what to even buy. Let's say you want to go into interior decoration. You know you don't just want to buy your own taste. You also want to buy things that you know that people are going to buy. So you should have like 2 or 3 pages that you look at to know what is in market, what is in vogue, because you want to sell. I know, I understand originality, but that's not what is going to feed you. That's not what is going to feed you. So you want to buy something that you know that you're going to sell. The fourth thing is to manage your fear of losing money again. You've lost money before, right? You already have this fear of losing money. Go ahead, I don't want to lose money. This thing has happened to me before. So there's this fear. It is normal. You are not alone. It is normal. I also had that fear. If I did not have that fear, I would have bought 300 pieces alone now. I had that fear. That's why I looked for people. And sometimes I still do have that fear. If I have goods that I want to buy that are up to 1,000 quantity as a minimum purchase, best believe, even if I can afford it, I will not buy it. So you need to manage that fear. And by managing that fear, it means you need to lower your risk of losing money. You need to make sure that you know the vendor you're buying from. You need to make sure that your calculations are intact. so that you're not going to fail. You will not end up going to go and buy goods that maybe it's better for you to just buy in Nigeria. Start with a wholesaler in Nigeria if you're not ready to import. You need to know how to buy, how to sell, how to put your pricing. You need to acquire that knowledge. You need to also you need to start small. I said it previously, right? So you need to start small. That's how to manage your money, the fear that comes with losing money. You need to start small. You need to start saving. Separate. Some people just say, if I get customer now, I will eat my gain, eat my capital. You need to remove that mindset. You need to start saving. Pay yourself a salary. Yes, if you want your business to grow, you cannot eat your gain and eat your capital, please. Please, you cannot eat your gain and eat your capital. Pay yourself a salary. Live on that salary. You will not die. Live on that salary. Pay yourself the salary according to the gain. It's not like your entire gain for the month is 400,000 and you're paying yourself 300,000. Are you a thief? If your entire gain is 400,000, you pay yourself 50,000 salary, please. Yes, I said it. So pay yourself salary. In that your gain, you divide it into two. You're going to save 50%. You're going to reinvest into the business 40%. It's from that 10% that your salary is coming from. So you should know how much you're paying yourself a salary. So that the reason why you're saving is so that you can see what you're working for, to give you more courage, to reinvest into that business, is to add more money to that capital that you used to start that business, so that you can increase in size of that business. And then the 10%, don't worry, there'll be time that 10% that you're eating self is going to make you feel like Odogu Parara, or you're in the growing stage. So take it as it is. Do not start feeling like you saw this thing is 50,000 naira, so you need to live large. Let me eat today and die tomorrow. You wake up tomorrow, you will not die. You're going to wake up tomorrow, it will shock you. You will not die. Don't make the same mistake that you made in your last business. So you need to be very, very smart. You need to be smart. You need to be strict on yourself, on your business. You should have boundaries. That your credit that you used to say to family and friends, you need to stop it. You need to stop it. You need to, even if you sell on credit, you need to make sure that you collect your money. Disturb them. If you know you forget easily, don't sell on credit, because there's nobody. If you know you forget easily, don't sell on credit, because there is nobody that is to forget like the person that is owing. You that they're owing you, you remember, but them, they will always forget. They will always forget, because I don't know, it's like when people collect things from you as borrow, in their head, I'm not going to pay back. They never used to think of tomorrow. So if you think that they will think of tomorrow, trust me, after like 2 or 3 months, they will assume that you have forgotten and they will still come and ask you. So it's better for you to just ask for your money back. Sorry. Another thing that you need to do is to change your mindset. Yes, some people see failure as the end of the road, but the truth is that it's a step closer to your success. You now have more knowledge. You have tried it, so you know why it failed. You have more experience, and if you can shift your mindset from it being like a failure, I have failed so much, I've failed woefully, I'm not going to be able to grow. When you change your mindset from that, you're going to grow. You're going to see the positive aspect of it. You're going to see that you've gained more knowledge. You're going to see that, okay, this is what I did that did not work for me. You're going to know what will not work for you in business. You're going to know the do's and don'ts, right, in business. So it's just an excuse for you to restart, but with more knowledge. It's just like life. Nobody has lived before, right? We don't know. we never lived before, right? So we're just learning as we go. Imagine if you have the opportunity to still come back on earth with your memory intact and live again. Only a fool will not make it. Imagine that you're married, for example, let's say you're married to a terrible partner. You know what to look out for. If you're married to a good partner, you know what to look out for. You know the steps you took to achieve this. And if you're married to a terrible person, you know what you should avoid, Abby, not to end up the same way. So that's just how it is. It's going to give you a stronger mindset. Once you change your mindset, you'll be stronger. Just look at it from a scientist's point of view. If they did not keep trying and retrying, will they come up with all the cure that they have, or the vaccines that they have right now? No, they did not just start and just they did not just start and then just came up with one. There were so many trials. There are so many people that sacrificed their life for us so that we can have the vaccines that we have today, right? So you're just like the scientist. Just take it like that. Once you shift your mindset from the negative aspect, you will begin to see the positive part of failing. You will see that you've gotten the chance to learn from the mistakes that you made. You've gotten the chance to do better. You're no longer a novice in the entire thing. So to end this video, there's something important I just want to state. Take action and try again. That's the only way you can overcome fear. You need to take action and try again. How does fear live? Is when you face it. If you keep hiding, you will just be scared, hiding under a shadow. You will never ever face that fear. Sorry, you will never ever overcome that fear if you don't face it. That's just the truth. You might be deceiving yourself by avoiding it and saying, I don't have the fear. But you have the fear, that's why you cannot do it. And the truth is that if you don't do it again, well, if you do it again, what's the worst that can happen? Is you will fail again, and then you will learn from it. That's the worst that can happen. I saw on the internet, I think one lady that she was a soldier and then she applied for Miss USA. She tried 6 times. To be frank, I don't think I'll have the courage to try pageantry 6 times. She became Miss USA. Okay, she was even trying for, I think, regional, but she became the Miss USA after trying for 6 times. In different years, though. This is a year after year, year after year, year after year. Right? So she would have never become that if she did not keep trying. But did she pause her life just because she failed? No, she was still doing her other stuff. She was still a soldier. She became the first military personnel to be pageant girl, or to be a Miss USA or something like that. So that's the only way to face your fear. To overcome your fear, you need to face it. So I understand that you're scared, and I understand that you're scared of failure. But the truth is that there is nobody. If they tell you that they have never faced failure before, then they are liars. There is nobody that even if there is someone, there will not be more than 10% in the entire world that have tried something and then they got it right from their first trial. People have tried and they have failed, and the reason why you don't know is because they did not give up. They kept trying until they got the one that worked for them. I've tried to be on YouTube before. Let me just tell you, this is not my first channel on YouTube. Just imagine I quit and I did not try. When I saw that my normal content that I started with was not doing fine, it was still about me that I was still posting, right? So that's why I can still post about importation, because importation is about me. It's something I love to do. So it's something I can talk about from morning to night and I will not get tired, right? So it's still about me. But just imagine I just stuck with just filming my everyday life without involving or without adding the thing that was important to me. That's the business I was starting and things about me like that. I would have never, you guys would have never found my channel. I would have never got to meet, I would have never had the opportunity to meet the lovely people that I've met on YouTube. I've met so many people here that we are now friends. I would have not gotten that opportunity. When I lost my first channel, I just, if I had given up, I would not be here today. I would not be earning on YouTube in dollars, in dollars. I would not be earning today. So if there is nothing that is giving you the courage to restart, I hope this video helps you to restart. It gives you the courage, and it also gives you what to look out for when starting again, so that you will not fail again, so that you can succeed. Because I believe in my heart that you will succeed and you can succeed. And there's something I want to put here. Business is not for everybody. Don't start a business just because others are starting. Business is not for everybody. Some people are meant to be investors. If you know that you cannot do business and you know someone that is very lucrative or someone that loves business, invest in that person. Sign a contract with that person. Invest in that person, right? The other person be the one to do the business. If you know that you're good at saving money and reinvesting, go and acquire knowledge. Study how people invest, right? The apps you need to invest on stock exchange, on different maybe government bonds. Invest. If you know that you are good with 9 to 5, go and work. Get a job, work, learn to save, and try to invest if you know that you have, like, you want to make more money than you are earning in that job. Business is not for everybody. Just because you don't like it, then one person tell you that you can't do, don't follow their advice. So, because there are people that don't make sales for 6 months, they are crying from morning to night, and they cannot go and look for a job because they think that that's where entrepreneurship is where everybody is getting their money. So please do the one that you know that you can do, that is good for you. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.